today's. Now, as somebody who
Republican candidates to latch onto them, and as it turned out, he latched onto the one that won.
Now, as somebody who was in the Obama administration, who had concerns about the Russian interference in the election, what is your reaction to today's news that Flynn has pleaded guilty, and specifically to lying to the FBI about conversations he was having with the Russian ambassador?
Well, it's dramatic, but not surprising. It was kind of my take. I do know Mike's great devotion to his family. I'm surmising that the special counsel's office leveraged that awareness with respect to his son, and I think Mike would do whatever he could to preclude his son from legal jeopardy or even jail time. So I think it's a, and it is in a sense, with respect to Mike, kind of a tragedy in a way, given the service, long and distinguished service that he rendered in the Army over 30 years. Lots and lots of deployed time in Iraq and Afghanistan. You have to acknowledge that. I think the overarching implication for me, the first thing that came to mind is that, at least right now, the rule of law does prevail in this country, and that to me is very important. Obviously, huge implications for the White House. It's not a good day. He's not a coffee boy. This is not a hoax. It's not fake. It's real. And I think, as a friend and admirer of Jim Comey, I think there's a certain amount of indication there. I've often wondered what would have happened had he not been fired. Probably the outcome would have been the same. And I do think the larger interest here is served is to try to understand exactly what was going on with the transition, the campaign, and the Russians. And we need to get to the bottom of what today remains still a mystery to me, is this singular indifference to the threat posed by Russia.
On Monday, George W. Bush will campaign